Hey guys, so good to be with you on Godspot today. I want to talk to you about the art of the pause. In Matthew 11:15, it says, "He who has an ear, let him hear." Now, in general, when Jesus spoke, it was always the religious leaders who got upset. In fact, many times they went into a frenzy. And many times it was simply because they didn't listen to things right through and they just simply reacted. And because they reacted, they were defensive and they didn't hear what Jesus had to say. And so the way to describe them is they were reactionaries. And because they're often caught out. Now, this is why Jesus said these words, "He who has an ear, let him hear." He's saying, whatever you do, don't just react. Listen to what's being said. Practice the art of pause. Now, there are many leaders in different groups, community groups, churches, and business. When they're engaged in disagreements, debates, and emotionally charged interactions, they've learned to slow down and pause before responding. I've had feedback from my team, and they said that when people are heightened and there's a lot of reactions going on, that I tend to slow down and my voice drops a little bit. I speak a little bit deeper, apparently. But I slow it right down and it just changes the whole atmosphere. And I think it's really important as a leader to do that. And the reason why is because when you practice the art of the pause, this gives others the chance to collect their thoughts and convey their message in a better way. It also gives you the opportunity to think through what you've been said and think about what's been said to you. And you might use statements that will really help you to be able to pause. And statements like, "I need a moment to think about that," because you don't want to react. You know this is important. Or you might say, "I want to process what I've just heard." Or my favorite comment is, "Give me some time to unpack that for a moment. Let me just get back to you about that." And so these statements are used to pause and they give you a lot of opportunity to reflect on what's really going on around you. So firstly, it's really important to understand the power of the pause, because what it does, it interrupts all emotional reactions of both parties. And typically, it lowers the temperature of the discussion just enough to make a difference. So people can step back a bit and be more mature about it. And what happens, emotional intelligence is engaged and sound judgment is involved because you've practiced the art of the pause. And as a result, those involved and observing the disagreement commonly view the reflective leader as a more thoughtful, respectful, and credible leader. So it's really important you practice the art of the pause if you want to keep especially credibility as a leader. Number two, practicing the art of pause is taking a moment for reflection, because this provides you time to consider your values, to appreciate multiple views and perspectives. And also means that you're able to project how the other party might respond and work out what you're going to say next. The third thing is really important, is a momentary delay diminishes the likelihood for escalation of conflict. What it does, it shifts the dynamic from a volley of reaction to one of a thoughtful exchange. Now listen to me, those who have practiced the art of the pause use this strategy, not just for themselves, but for others, to remove the emotion from the room and to give people time to reflect, because sometimes everyone's emotional, not just you. And so when you practice the art of the pause and you tell them, we need room to step back a little bit, let's reconvene at another time, it can make all the difference, especially in the next meeting. And it gives everyone that opportunity to save face. And I think that's really important, giving people the opportunity to save face and to come back in a better way, including yourself. So practice the art of pause. Number one, remember this, it'll stop you emotionally reacting in others. Number two, it gives you a moment to reflect. And number three, it diminishes the likelihood of escalation. So it's really good. Practice the art of pause. Use terms like, "I need some time to gather my thoughts," or "I need to unpack this. Let me get back to you." I hope this really helps you. I know it helps me practicing this. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. Hit the like button. Share it with someone else. Thank you.